Hello. This video is about how we should practice a word so that we will remember it always and will improve our English vocabulary. If you want to be an eloquent speaker of English language, then you must have a wide vocabulary. And to work for it is a long process, but not so long that it will take decades. Now what you need to do is to work for it continuously. And after the period of 6 months or 7 months, you will definitely find an eloquence in your speech. Now coming to the point, how we should practice a word. For instance, if you are reading a newspaper and you encounter many words that you don't know, what you do, you look for them in a dictionary, get their meanings, and continue your reading. And this is a common way, a common method of reading a newspaper, a book, or a magazine. But after some time, you are likely to forget these words. Now why you will forget them? Because you don't practice these words in your own sentences. You never try to use them as different parts of speech. So let us see how we should practice a word so that we will remember it always. If you are looking up a new word in a dictionary, first of all, check its pronunciation. Second, check its meaning. Third, check whether the word can be used as different parts of speech, whether the word can be used as a noun, as a verb, as an adjective, as an adverb. And fourth point, try this word in your own sentences. Let's try a word here. It is farrago. So I have pronounced it. Now the meaning of this word is a confused mixture of different things. Talking about parts of speech, this word can be used only as a noun in a sentence. Now, talking about sentences, let us try this word in our own sentences. First sentence, sociology is a farrago of many subjects. Means sociology is a confused mixture of many subjects. In sociology, you can see the topics related to political science, you can see the topics related to civics, you can see the topics related to education, you can see the topics related to historical events. So that's why it's a farrago of many subjects. Second sentence, she told me a farrago of lies. Now, first of all, we check the pronunciation. Second, we check the meaning. Third, we checked whether the word can be used as different parts of speech. And fourth point, we tried this word in our own sentences. So let's try one more word here. It is reluctant. So I have pronounced it. Now talking about its meaning, it means unwilling to do something. Okay, or when you are hesitant to do something. So talking about parts of speech, this word can be used as an adjective, as an adverb, and as a noun in a sentence. Now talking about sentences, so let us try this word in our own sentences. But first of all, as an adjective. It was a reluctant agreement between the two companies. It was a reluctant agreement between the two companies. Means unwilling agreement. They were not willing to do it, but they did it unwillingly. Okay. Second sentence. At first, she was reluctant to answer him, but later on gave him a befitting reply. Now let us try this word as an adverb in our sentences. He reluctantly put down his weapons. He reluctantly put down his weapons. Second sentence. She reluctantly agreed to dine with her suitor. She reluctantly agreed to dine with her suitor. Now let us try this word as a noun in our sentences. Their reluctance to climb mountain angered me. Their reluctance to climb mountain angered me. Second sentence. She showed her reluctance to eat meat. She showed her reluctance to eat meat. So this is how we should practice a word. And we should not waste these words. Try them loudly in front of your mirror. Make more and more sentences. Take the advantage of your mobile phones, record them and listen them. And whenever you find an opportunity to speak these words, speak them, even if you can make only one sentence. So this was all about how we should practice a word. I hope you have liked this video. Thanks. Stay blessed.